again, like we were talking about A and Z locations. So, let's say we're gonna go to Missoula, let's go to Thompson Falls. The A and Z locations, if you had a farm, you could put the farm in here. What product they're open, or they want, you know, 4-wire, 56K, channelized, non-channelized. You know, I just switch T1.
Is that typical of functions would be a product associated with a circuit?
Yeah, the product that we have staged in here are products that they have USOC codes for over there, right? So our products are associated with the USOC code for billing of that circuit. So however they bill for it in the USOC, or what they call it there, is a product that we're gonna have in here, so.
But you don't enter USOCs in here, is that correct? It's just
No, I don't.
code?
So again, this has a billing function to it, we just don't use the billing function.
Is that like an NC code? Is that
No, an NC code it defines the type of circuit it is.
okay?
A USOC code is just the billing.
Well, I know what a USOC code. I was just wondering if that's what that product was. If that was similar to
Well,
an NC code.
yeah, I mean, you could have a certain USOC or a certain NC code would attach, or an NCI code would attach to a certain type
Okay.
of service code.
So it's what's NC stand
It's a network.
No idea. I just
Network channel.
It's not what it is.
So then again, your actions, so, you know, we're gonna change one or do a disconnect. We'll do a new circuit. I'm gonna auto-generate the circuit order number. And then I think it's probably gonna ask me who's doing this circuit, so. And that's minimally what you gotta do to just create the order. Oh, no, obviously I'm missing something. Oh, I had that on, So now I created a service order in here. Now I can add the billing, so we add the billing here so that I can make sure that whatever they have, what's in Circuit Vision or Suite Solution is what's in Circuit Vision. So I want to make sure that my billing number for this circuit is the circuit that's going to match up to Suite Solution. So we generally put a billing number on here that's associated with that customer, so it matches up to what's in Suite Solution. And I got to tell it what kind of services it wants. And so we got a DS1. Here's your. We're going to do a private line high capacity HCGS.
oh, there's NC code.
Yeah. These are just inventory circuit stats. I'm going to save that. So now it's saved the service that we're going to provide on this type of. The service order is going to have that service then associated with that.
And it uses the NC code to help generate the circuit ID.
No, I don't think it shows up in the circuit ID. But if it was a Quest circuit ID, it does. I mean, that HCGS shows up in a Quest circuit ID. We'll see in a second. Now, before I can start, so this is a service order. So I've told what kind of services it wants. I put a billing number to it. I started a service order. But I still haven't got a circuit attached to it. So it's not trying to attach it to some kind of a circuit yet. It's just a service order sitting there. So before I can do that, I got to schedule it. And so the Circuit Vision has a scheduling functionality to it, again, which we don't use because we schedule through Suite Solution. It's a tracking system through Suite Solutions. But because of what Circuit Vision does, I still have to schedule this before I can create the circuit order. So if I just schedule this, fills in some dates there. But I could go in here in the scheduling portion of this and say, okay, it's gonna take 2 days for engineering to do it, it's gonna take 2 days to get through line assignment, it's gonna take 10 days to do that. And it would automatically put some due dates in there based on what those, but we don't use them, so we've never really gone through and set anything up. But I still have to schedule it.
Is that also part of your workflow there?
This is the workflow part of Circuit Vision. Again, we don't use it because we use
But
it.
it forces you to at least.
But it forces me, because it's built in integral to what their software is, I have to go in and schedule it like I am using their workflow. And in the end, what I'm gonna do in the end, once the work order gets completed and I have to finish that, I will come into scheduling here and complete this order at scheduling, and that's when it goes to work from pending to working. So now I got orders. So now I can go to a circuit order. So now this is where I'm gonna start building the circuit. And as long as it says issue 0 here on this side, it still means I haven't got any order here. So I got to edit this. We usually put in here whether it's a BTC circuit or BCI circuit. And then we put in our alias circuit ID, whether it's a Quest circuit ID or a Vision circuit ID or one we've made up ourselves, you know. T1 and B8. I mean, we've got some acronyms that we put out there. You know, I could put HCGS in there. I guess it does show up here. So I could put HCGS in there like Quest does, but that, you know, I can go over to the text and the CO and they probably wouldn't know what an HCGS circuit is, but they know what a T1B8CS circuit is. So we've kind of, internally, we've done our own circuit IDs, and if it's going to Thompson Falls, we just number it 827 and, you know, through whatever the next corresponding one is. So I saved that, and now I've got a circuit. Now I can start building my circuit. So now I've got a service order, I got a circuit order, and now I can go into here and I can start building my circuit. And so I said it was going to be a switch T1, so the first thing that's going to do is come out of the meta switch, so I know it's going to have a equipment associated with it. And it's going to be Missoula. And kind of like where you're going, now I could go up here and hit spares, and it's going to show me everything spare that's in the Missoula Central office. Right? So if I know which frame of day, so I know that the meta switch is coming out of, I think it's, well, 47 is one of them. So then I go do search on that, and it comes up with everything that's in 47 that's spare for me. Of course, my screen. Yeah, there should be buttons over here that allows me to go down through this. I know there's more spares in there than.
That's not too helpful.
I know it's not that great. I think there's flickering
It's not
on
giving the rest of the screen. It won't let me pull it over. Where the screen is cut off.
Can you hit tab where you're at? Can you hit tab? No? Works for you? So you can't see me.
So everything.
I get colors.